Okay, within this topic I taught, whatever I taught, I will be giving a recap of that. I told you that whenever a charged body, charged particle enters a magnetic field region, it experiences a force, and that force is called Lorentz magnetic force. Lorentz. Direction of that Lorentz magnetic force is determined by Fleming's left hand rule like this. If you remember, these three fingers will stretch in this manner. And how to take these three fingers? FBI, like CBI we have, so here we call it FBI. F is force, first finger is force, that is thumb. This index finger is B is magnetic field, and I is current. The fact is that whenever charges move, it gives current. But whichever direction electron moves, current will be in the opposite direction of that. So that part you have to remember, because electrons flow and the flow of current are exactly opposite. If electrons are going upward, then current will flow downward. If electrons are going in the direction of right, then the current will flow in the direction of left. Just opposite. So we have to take it current wise. In this three finger, the third finger, that is the middle finger, represents current, not the electron. Remember it. And there, I give you the formula of Lorentz magnetic force. F is equal to q VB sin theta. The force depends upon the angle theta also. What is theta? Theta is the angle between the velocity vector and magnetic field. Direction of velocity and the direction of magnetic field. The angle between them. When will the force be maximum? When theta is equal to 90 degree. When will force be minimum? When the theta is 0 degree or 180 degree. That means sin 0 is 0 and sin 180 is also 0. Entire thing becomes 0. In that case, the force will acting on the charged particle will be 0. But all these rules are applicable only for moving charge. The particle has to be a charged particle. Then only the force will act. If a neutron enters a magnetic field, will there be any force acting on it? The answer is no, because neutron is uncharged. Uncharged particle cannot have a force on it when it enters a magnetic field at 90 degree or at any angle. So it will not experience any force because the value of q is 0. There is no charge in it. So that part also you have to remember very well. And within this I discuss the most important case when a charged particle enters a magnetic field region at right angle, at 90 degree angle. It experiences the maximum force and its path becomes circular. It acquires a circular path. The locus becomes a circle. The locus is a circle. The locus of the path is a circle. When a charged particle enters a uniform magnetic field at right angle. Okay. Now, when a charged particle enters a uniform electric field, in electric field, what type of path does it acquire? It acquires a parabolic path. It acquires a parabolic path. So, only this particular fact you have to know. If you ask me to show the derivation why it acquires a parabolic path, I can show, but that part you don't have in syllabus, so you do not have to learn the derivation of that part. So only you have to remember or you have to know the fact that the moving charges particle in a uniform electric field instead of magnetic field, the path is a parabola. Parabolic path it acquires. But in magnetic field, the path becomes circular. It acquires a circular path. And last time I derived the formula for radius of the circular path. R is equal to mv by qb. If you can see that last time derivation. And then I gave you the formula of time period or the period of revolution. So it was 2 pi n by qb t equal to, and frequency formula will be just opposite. Then I discussed a little bit about the cyclotron. What is a cyclotron? It is a device which accelerates a charged particle along a circular path so that it does not lose any energy. A cyclotron is mainly used for the nuclear fission reaction in nuclear reactors. So about that again I will be talking in the section C when I will teach you about the nuclear reaction, nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. So there again I will be talking about the cyclotron. So have a little bit idea about cyclotron was there last year. Now this year they have removed it. The derivation part they have removed. So that part you don't have to remember. And the fact R is equal to mv by qb, that equation or that relationship we use in a device called a spectrograph, mass spectrograph, Bain-Bridge mass spectrograph. which is used to determine the mass of the nucleus of an atom. Mass of the nucleus is determined by that Bainbridge mass spectrograph. Okay, today we will be doing problems on this topic. The problems become important now. The syllabus has been reduced, so now the problems becomes important. So anyways, I'll just choose question number 1, first numerical number 1 from this Bhatnagar book. And the question number 1 says, I read the question. An electron is moving horizontally through a vertical magnetic field. An electron is moving horizontally. An electron is moving horizontally through a vertical magnetic field of 0.01 Tesla, 0.01 T, capital T Tesla, with a speed of 1.5 into 10 to the power of 5 meter per second. With a speed of 1.5 into 10 to the power of 5 meter per second. Calculate the force acting on the electron and its acceleration. Calculate the force acting on the electron and its acceleration. Calculate the force acting on the electron and its acceleration. So that is the question, and they have given the mass of the electron as 9.11 given into 10 to the power minus 31 kg, and the charge of the electron is given. Let us write down the information whatever has been provided. The information given in the question is magnetic field values given. B is given 0.01 Tesla. Speed, that is velocity of the electron, is given 1.5 into 10 to the power of 5 meter per second. And they have given mass of the electron given 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. Charge of the electron, even if not given, we are supposed to know also 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. These are the informations given, and they are saying electron is moving horizontally and its magnetic field is applied vertically. So between horizontal and vertical, the angle is definitely 90 degrees. So they are asking to find force. First formula, right? F is equal to QVB sine 90 degree will write here, because angle between horizontal line and vertical line is 90 degree. Q value is this much, 1.6 into, instead of writing Q we can write EVB also, because it is about electron. Velocity is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 5. The value of B is 0.01, sine 90 is 1. Calculate, the answer comes 2.4 into 10 to the power minus 18 Newton. This is the answer for the first part, force we got. Second part of question says find the acceleration. So we will be writing the formula F is equal to ma. Therefore A value will be equal to F by m. Force value we calculated just now, 2.4 into 10 to the minus 18 upon m. Mass of the electron is given 9.11 into 10 to the minus 31. And we calculate, the answer comes answer is 2.6 into 10 to the power 14. 10 to the power of 14 meter per second square. This is the answer for this question. It's quite simple. Now I read the next question. Question number 2. Question number 2 now. Question number 2. Now instead of question number 2, we will go to question number 3 from the book. Question says find the magnitude of a magnetic field. Find the magnitude and direction. Find the magnitude and direction of a magnetic field so that an electron entering the field with a speed of 10 to the power of 6 meter per second. Once again I read the question. Find the magnitude and direction. Find the magnitude and direction of a magnetic field so that an electron so that an electron entering the field, with a speed of 10 to the power of 6, meter per second, will describe a circle of radius 10 meter. Stop. If this keeps on moving in a circle, what are the frequency and the time period? So this is the question. So I write down the information provided. Question says find the magnitude and direction of a magnetic field so that an electron. Question talks about electron entering the field with a speed of 10 to the power of 6. Velocity of the electron is given 10 to the power of 6 meter per second, and it is having a circular path of radius 10 meter. We write that. And it is about electrons. So electrons charge value we know that 1.6 × 10⁻⁹ coulomb. It will be provided in the last page of the question paper, or we know it just now. And question is asking find the value of B. Let us find the value of B. So what is the formula of radius? Radius formula we have mv by qb. Instead of q we can write E. Make B the subject of formula, it become mv by qr. Instead of q we can write small e, or we can put the value. Now mass is given, how much mass of the electron, that is 9.1 into 10 to the minus 31. This will be provided in the question. This is the velocity 10 to the power of 6. E, q is the value of E. We know 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19. And r is the radius. Now we will be calculating it. The answer comes 5.7 into 10 to the minus 7. 5.7 into 10 to the minus 7 Tesla. This is the magnitude. What about direction? How to know direction? Because we know the direction because radius is there. This is a circular path. So when does it acquire a circular path? When the angle between velocity and magnetic field is 90 degrees. So here we will be writing. We are not saying east, west, and all those is not mentioned. So we will be just writing this much Tesla perpendicular to V, perpendicular to the direction of velocity. We just mentioned that. Perpendicular sign will draw and perpendicular to the direction of velocity. We will just write that. How do we know? Because the circular radius is given to 10 meters. The radius circle will be only happening when the angle is 90 degree, when it is perpendicular to velocity. So this is the answer of first part. First part answer we got. Now the second part, question says find the frequency and time period. You can find any one at first, if whichever formula you know. Suppose time period formula we know 2 pi m by qb. So we can write that. Calculate the answer. Then reciprocate focal length, frequency is 1 upon t. Then we will get the answer, reciprocal answer. So we can do any one or frequency formula directly if you want that. Then qb by 2 pi m, you can calculate that first, and then time period will reciprocal of that, and you get the answer. You can put the value here. 2 pi value keep as it is from calculator you can use. M value is 9.1 into 10 to the minus 31. Q value is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19, and B value is given, we calculated just now, 5.7 into 10 to the minus 7. Calculate, the answer will be 6.28 into 10 to the minus 5. 6.28 into 10 to the minus 5. Unit will be either hertz or per second. F is 1 by t, 1 upon time period, right? 1 upon this value, 6.28 into 10 to the minus 5. Calculate the answer. The answer will be now 1.59 into 10 to the power of 4 hertz. So time period unit is seconds, and this will be hertz. Unit for time period is seconds, and unit for frequency will be either hertz or 10 to the power of 4. It is 10 to the power of 4. You can check the calculation using a calculator. The answer will be like this. This problem is also solved. Now we are doing another question. That is question number 4 from the book. This type of question will carry 3 marks. in IC if it comes. Question number 4 from the book is like this. An electron, I read the question. An electron starting from rest. An electron starting from rest is accelerated. Starting from rest is accelerated by passing through a potential difference of 1000 volt. Potential difference of 1000 volt before entering a magnetic field. Now, first part A. What is the velocity of electron as it enters the magnetic field? What is the velocity of the electron as it enters the magnetic field? Question mark. And then second part B. What magnetic induction will cause the electron to move? What magnetic induction will cause the electron to move on a circular path of radius 1 meter? Circular path of radius 1 meter. So that is the question. So let us pick the information. This time they have given the value of voltage, capital V. Don't have to give small v, right? Capital voltage is given 1000 volt. 1000 volts. We are accelerating the electron by this voltage. Potential difference is 1000 volt. Okay. So whenever we are applying voltage and accelerating or moving the electrons, that time we will be automatically writing the equation like this: half mv square is equal to qv. Instead of q, we can add e and capital V. We like that. This is capital V. Kinetic energy of the electron is provided by the electrical energy. Electrical energy formula is electron volt or QV. W work done formula is QV, so we will be writing that. This V is velocity and this capital V is the voltage. Making V the subject of formula, and the velocity we have to find. I am doing the first part A. V square value will become 2 EV by m. Therefore, the value of V will become root of this 2 EV by m. Now I put the value and find the answer. 2 E value is 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19. V is the voltage. Voltage is 1000. Mass of the electron we know 9.1 into 10 to the minus 31. All this value will be provided in the question paper, so we will be using those values. If otherwise we are supposed to know also these values. Calculate the answer of velocity will come 1.875 into 10 to the power of 7 meter per second. This is the value of velocity of the electron coming. The first part answer we got. So whenever voltage is given and using this voltage we are moving something, that means kinetic energy is provided by the electrical energy. We will be equating kinetic energy with the electrical energy, and this will give you the value of velocity. Now the second part question, they are asking what magnetic induction. Magnetic induction and magnetic field is the same thing. That means you have to find the value of B. What is the second equation will be following? R is equal to mv by qb. Making B the subject will become mv by qr. Instead of q we can add small e. This e we can add. It is same as q. Because it is electron, so now we will put and find the answer here. Mass of the electron is 9.1 into 10 to the minus 31. Velocity just now we calculated 1.875 into 10 to the power of 7. Q value 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19. And R radius value is given in the question, describing a radius of 1 meter. So 1 meter, it is 1. Calculate the value of R will come. So the value of B. We are calculating the value of B. The value of B will come 1.07 into 10 to the minus 4 Tesla. 1.07 into 10 to the power of minus 4 Tesla will be the answer for this question. Okay, now we are doing another question, that is question number 8. Question number 8. Here question says an electron having 880 electron volt, an electron having 880 EV of energy, electron volt of energy, moved at right angles to a uniform field, of flux density 2.5 into 10 to the minus 3 Tesla, 2.5 into 10 to the minus 3 Tesla. Find number 1 its velocity. First part, find number 1 its velocity, and number 2 its radius. And they have given the value of E by m. E by m value is given 1.76 into 10 to the power of 11 coulombs kg minus 1 coulombs per kg. This is the value of E by m for the electron given here. Okay, this question, what to solve? Again, two things we have to do. First, we have to find the velocity of the electron, and the second part, we have to find the value of magnetic field. Magnetic flux density, that is magnetic field we have to find. Again, the energy of the electron is given 880 electron volt. In 880 electron volt, how much is the value of voltage? We'll bother that. The value of voltage will be 880 volts. Like for example, 1 EV will have voltage value 1 volt, 2 EV will have voltage value 2 volt, 3 EV will have 3 volt. That is the definition. Last time in the previous chapter I had taught definition of 1 electron volt I had given. It was the energy gained by an electron through a PD of 1 volt. In 1 EV the voltage value is 1 volt. In 100 EV the value of voltage is 100 volts. So 880 EV the value of voltage is 880 volts. So that we write first. And whenever voltage we see, then we will be writing the equation directly. Half mv square is equal to EV, or V we have to find, so we will be writing 2 EV divided by m. Now we can put the values like the previous question and we will be finding the answer. 2 E by m value we will take together. E by m value is already given, directly we will take 1.76 into 10 power of 11. We will not put the value individually, rather we will take the value as a whole. E by m as a whole. E by m value is this much, I will take that. And voltage value is 880, we will put that value 880. Now calculate the answer using calculator. Your answer will come 1.76 into 10 to the power of 7 meter per second. This is the value of velocity. This was part 1. Now part 2. You have to find the value of magnetic field. So R is equal to, radius is given, R is equal to mv by qb. Instead of that I write here EB. Making B the subject of formula, the value of B will become mv by ER. How to take the value of m by E? We have the value of E by m. Here it is m by E, just a reciprocal of this. I will take like this. 1 upon 1.76 into 10 to the power of 11. The value of m by E I have put. The value of this part I have put. 1 upon this reciprocal. Put the value of velocity, just now we found 1.76 into 10 to the power of 7. And R radius. Radius of the path was given. Sorry, radius we have to find. That is R over here, B over here. Radius only we are finding. Magnetic field is given in the question. Magnetic flux density is given 2.5 into 10 to the minus 3. I put the value 2.5 into 10 to the minus 3. Now we will be doing the calculation. So once we calculate, the answer will be 0.04 meter. This is the answer. 0.04 meter will come. That is the radius of the path. This is the solution for this question. Now mostly the problems are over, but one or two more problems we'll do and this chapter is over. Here we have a question. Question says a proton and an alpha particle. Question says a proton and an alpha particle both move in a circular paths. Both move in a circular paths. A proton and an alpha particle both move in circular paths in a magnetic field with the same speed. In a magnetic field with the same speed. A proton and alpha particle both are moving in a magnetic field with the same speed. Compare the number of revolutions they make per second. Compare the number of revolutions they make per second. They are saying take mass of alpha particle equal to 4 times the mass of the proton and its charge 2 times. Take the mass of the alpha particles equal to 4 times the mass of the proton and its charge 2 times. That is the question. You have to compare the number of revolutions they are making per second. So what is the formula frequency? We check that. Frequency formula we have. Time period formula we had 2 pi m by qb. The frequency formula will be just opposite. qb by 2 pi m. Then here we will see frequency depends upon q, it depends upon m and it depends upon b and 2 pi is constant. But here magnetic field is the same. That means alpha particle and proton they will differ in charge and they will differ in the quantity of mass. There are two cases. I write as equation, I write as F1 by F2 ratio as I write. This one I write here Q1 by Q2 directly proportional. B will not take mass wise, will write opposite M2 by M1. F is directly proportional to Q and F is inversely proportional to M. So directly proportional time will write direct ratio 1 with 1, 2 with 2 and inversely proportional time then inversely proportional will write opposite to M2 by M1. B is same, so we will not write anything about B. Now we check the answer now. Write here F1 by F2. Q1 is the first particle mentioned in the question is proton and the second Q2 is alpha particle. Q1 value is 1, then Q2 value is 2. Because charge is 2 times. Actually alpha particle is this one, He plus plus. And proton is 1H plus, hydrogen plus. This is proton, this is alpha particle. So this contains 1 unit, this will contain 2 units. So 1 unit and 2 unit. Mass of the helium, alpha particle is like this and mass of the proton is like this. That is, it is 4 unit, it is 1 unit. Proton's mass is 1 unit, then mass of the alpha particle is 4 unit. That is, M2 is the mass of the alpha particle, this is 4 unit, this is 1 unit. Cancel. You get 2 by 1. Therefore, ratio comes as F1 is to F2 will be equal to 2 is to 1. If question comes, which one will be moving faster in a magnetic field? Which one will be revolving faster? Revolving faster. The answer is proton because proton is lighter, no? Lighter thing will be having lighter inversely proportional. Lighter thing will have more frequency. That means speed of rotation will be more. That will be moving faster. But here in this case, F2 will be or F1 will be 2 times of F1. That is, proton will be moving 2 times or will be circulating 2 times faster than a proton. Proton will be moving 2 times faster with respect to an alpha particle. Proton is moving or the speed of rotation will be more per second. So this is the answer for this question. This is also 1 year IC question. It came some year back. So this also you are supposed to know. So these are the types of questions you may expect from this chapter. So next day we will be starting new topic, that is magnetic field of current, that we will do in the next day. There we will learn about Biot-Savart's law and all that. So for today we do this much. Thank you.